This prophetic word is called Kier, Starmer and the Gideon's army. This was given to me on the 23rd of August 2024. And the base text starts with Deuteronomy chapter 19 verse 14. You shall not move your neighbour's landmark, which the men of old have set, in the inheritance that you will hold in the land that the Lord your God is giving you. Kier, Starmer, hear my voice. You have become one who has meddled in affairs that you should not have done. I set the boundaries of peoples and nations, determining their appointed times in history. I have done this so that every person would long for God, would feel their way to me and find me, for I am the God who is easy to discover. Acts 17:26-27. But you have decided to reset the boundaries for this nation of Great Britain. You do not realize what you have done. You do not realize what you have unleashed upon yourself. I didn't call you to reset the boundaries of Britain in respect to Europe. If I wanted Britain to be in Europe, I wouldn't have divided it off from her with the English Channel. You have moved the boundaries and the legal landmarks. For this I am deeply saddened and unhappy with you. Therefore, I have deemed to make you into a folly of a man. You will be remembered as the worst Prime Minister this country has ever had the misfortune to know. I'll expose your games and power play. I'll expose your plots to undermine this nation which you oversee. Even though I've raised you up to lead this nation as a vessel of my purposes, you arrogantly think you can do whatever you want. This is not the case, and I'll have to chastise you for your treatment, attitude, and your games of subterfuge. Things you think no one will ever find out about. But I see the hearts of men clearly. I can see right through to the dividing of the spirit from the soul. I see you. Because of this, I've deemed it wise to expose your vile ways to the general public. You will hold your head down in embarrassment and shame when all your secrets come out. You'll wonder how this ever happened to you, for you've been so clever and so discreet. But unlike as you suppose, I am God, and I am true, and I am alive. I'm not something you can mock and deny, you foolish man. Only a fool says in his heart that there is no God. You foolish man. Thus I will bring this nation to uproar, chaos, and confusion because of you. Yes, I raised you up as a vessel of chastisement to this nation, but now you've gone too far in your arrogance. You shouldn't have tried to remove the boundary lines after they were reset. I will bring Great Britain to her knees. I will bring her to a grinding halt. It will be the day the earth stood still, and all will point their fingers of blame towards you. I'll humiliate and put you to open shame and reproof. You will learn not to move the boundaries which I have set for this nation for such a time as this. You will not stop my plans and purposes. You will not stop my intentions of kindness towards this nation from transpiring. My plans to make Britain a sheep nation, as some would say. However, if you are truly humble and turn back to me and seek my face, then I'll relent on my chastisement to you. I will lift my hand from off you, and you will be able to continue on. But if you refuse to humble yourself, then I will be forced to end your role in leading the government of this nation. You will be politically shamed and forced to resign. If you repent of your actions and reset the boundaries, then I'll stay my hand that is against you. After the chastisement of Britain has taken place, I'll pour out my spirit over this nation with a fresh move. This new move will be started by little flames that burn here and there. Slowly but surely, the flames will fan out and eventually engulf this nation. The fire of my glory will move, and it will be beautiful to behold. It will be a revival, not born through great and mighty men and women, although that will happen. Rather, it will be a revival born out of house churches, houses of prayer, monasteries, and old-time evangelists. This will be a grassroots movement, not led by the famous mainstream names of the day in Christendom. Rather, it will be propagated by a ragtag Gideon's army, an army of strange ones, the ones who do not fit in mainstream Christendom. They will be the leaders of tomorrow's churches and move of my spirit. For I've deemed it now time to choose the shameful things of this land, to shame the wise. I will use the weak and foolish, and raise up an army of mighty men and women from amongst their ranks. This is how I have deemed it at this time, and so this is how it must be. This is not to say that I will not use those from mainstream Christianity, but due to the nature of the days ahead, I require wineskins that can hold a certain kind of wine, a wine which some simply would not want to hold. It will be the Gideons that will taste and see and be carriers of this new wine, for they are prepared to pay the price and carry the burden that comes with this new wine of the kingdom. 23rd of August, 2024.